What is going on, guys? Jeez, it is bright outside. That is so much better. Right now we're going to be, crap, I don't have a shirt on. And there we go. Today's video we're going to be working on the EcoBoost Mustang right back here. What we're going to be doing today is putting on the downpipe, the catless downpipe, and we're going to be putting on the 3-inch exhaust. You notice right here, we have no exhaust. I've already taken the exhaust off. It was something I did in a previous video, so I didn't want to show you guys. I did that a couple days ago, but right now, the car is not jacked up, so we got to take care of that. Like, the car needs to get higher. Well, that's better, ain't it? Dang, look, all the way up took 1 second. Phew! Everything on the floor you see right here is what is being installed today. We have an MBRP catback exhaust. 2 mufflers on either side. They're very small mufflers, no resonator. Everything else is literally straight pipe. We have a CPE catless downpipe, which is getting rid of the existing catted downpipe that has 2 catalytic converters on it. So that is going to free up a lot of room. This catless downpipe has an extremely fresh flex pipe that I welded on with a guy named Evan from Throttle a couple days ago. Super nice. We are not going to have any exhaust leaks with this bad boy. This catback is actually designed to fit this catless downpipe exactly. That's why I couldn't get it on it last time. You notice that this little weld spot right here that makes the little W or the U shape right here. This actually fits onto that catless downpipe portion right there, that 3-inch, and it'll fit exactly. I don't know if you guys can tell, but just jacking up the car, I'm literally sweating already. This is not water, this is sweat. Here in California right now, we have a crazy amount of humidity, and if you live in California, if you know of California, you know humidity is not a thing. It feels like Florida, but we're in California. The great thing about the Mustang EcoBoost engine bay is it also is designed to literally fit a V8 in here. So there's so much room. The downpipe is right here. There's literally nothing in the way. All I have left to take off is 2 bolts, one over there, and then we're literally done. Also, I have to take off the 2 O2 sensors as well, making sure they don't strip, which will be the interesting part. That is the only thing that could literally hold me up today, is if those O2 sensors strip. Me and a couple friends yesterday, Jacob and Bryson, just put back on my catted downpipe on the Mazda Speed 3, and it was a pain in the butt because there's so much in the way, but this car is so nice. Everything is so opened up. The intake manifold side is definitely a little bit more cramped, but not as much goes on over there, so it's nice that the exhaust manifold side has a lot of room to work. So we're going to get doing this right now. I'm going to show you exactly what I've done the past couple days to get to where I am right now. Why is this so rusted already? This car has only lived in California. That's very odd, actually. Alright, what we have done so far is taken off the old catback. There was a couple hangers behind me. It's very, very simple. I've unbolted something that was bolted right up here, and I unbolted 1 or 2 things right here next to the O2 sensor. It's literally right here. It was bolted to something that would bolt onto here just to make it more sturdy. Right now, this downpipe is definitely not the sturdiest thing in the world, and that is not a necessarily good thing, but I have unbolted a few things to make it less sturdy. So we're going to be getting to the O2 sensor. The secondary one is right here, and the first one is definitely up near the engine bay. You are coming out.
Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows that I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and growing out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I'd never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. And I know in the highway I could only mean one thing. And I know in the highway I could only mean one thing.
This was a close one. gnawed this up pretty good. He was using that wrench and hitting it with a hammer, and probably wasn't the best idea because I wasn't getting the best clamping force. But what I ended up doing was loosening those top 2 bolts to the top of the downpipe that was connecting to the turbo, and once they were loose, the downpipe would go lower more so I could get actual socket, the O2 sensor socket that was made for this, and it came off, you know, a little difficult still, but it came off without, this wasn't getting stripped anymore, and it came off really easy. So this is still good, but it was close to being bad if I kept going with that method of the hitting it with the hammer. So this is pretty awesome. This is the old one. It has, actually it only has 1 catalytic converter, it looks like. I thought there would be 2. This looks like a piece of flex piping, so there's no actual flex piping here. So it looks like this Mustang only comes with 1 catalytic converter. Obviously the catless one doesn't come without one. We do have another flex pipe right where that area is, so that's good. It's really interesting to me what Ford does with their gaskets. They don't really use those metal gaskets that are super thin. They do these like makeshift things that connect to the actual turbocharger, and it's really nice actually because it feels super sturdy and you probably never have to replace this, which is awesome. Now comes the fun portion of this install. We're going to put everything back together and see how it sounds.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Man, wasn't nothing like that. Man, wasn't nothing like that. Man, wasn't nothing like that. Man, wasn't nothing like that first.
Little mid-install Monsty. If you guys never tried the Gronkowski version, I don't really like the player at all, but the version of Monster tastes pretty good, so I highly recommend. It's time to put everything back on. Got to make sure I do everything in the right order since I haven't done this exhaust or any of this yet. It's going to be a little tricky, but all it is trial and error when you do installs. It's like, it's not so much do you know how to work on a car, it's like do you know how to problem solve, because you'll run into so many different problems, like that O2 sensor problem. All it took was me to loosen up a couple other bolts to drop the actual downpipe to actually get enough room to take that O2 sensor off. And that's what working on cars is. So if you're a good problem solver, I'd say you're gonna be a good person working on cars. There's no like right way to do anything, I would say, except for some really technical things, maybe like injectors or like a fuel pump internals. There's definitely precise things to do, or anything to do with the engine block. There's definitely, you might want to get an expert opinion on that. But doing this kind of stuff, like an intake, exhaust, you know, bolt-on things, it's basically trial and error and getting the things to fit where they need to fit. And if you could do that, you're good.
Time, she was in my math class. Long hair, brown skin with the fat joke. Sat beside me, used to laugh, had mad jokes. The teacher always got mad, so we passed notes. Started off so innocent. She had a vibe and I started digging it. I was a young and straight crushing, trying to play this cool. But I couldn't wait to get to school. That's when I seen them thighs on her, and them hips on her, and them lips on her. Got me daydreaming, man, what? I'm thinking how she rides on it, if she sits on it, if she looks on it, makes it hard for me to stand up. As time goes by, attraction's getting deeper. Wet dreaming, thinking that I'm smashing, but I'm sleeping. I want it bad, and I ain't never been obsessed before. She wrote a note and said, you ever had sex before? And I ain't never did this before, no. 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 And I ain't never did this before, no.
If anyone could tell me what this little bolt thing that is being obviously covered by a bolt right now, the hole right next to the top O2 sensor, I'm not really sure what that's for. But I'm pretty sure it's not that important considering there is a bolt on it and it's covering up. My thinking is maybe if that place where the O2 sensor, the top one, it gets stripped, you can put it in the bottom one and just plug up the top one instead. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, comment down below. Downpipe's all bolted up. Now comes the fun part. Catback exhaust. Let's do this.
That's when my heart start racing and my body starts sweating. Baby, you don't want my little man up. I'm thinking how that body look naked when we land on the bed. Teacher, please don't make me stand up. I wrote back like, yeah, baby, sound like a plan. She's still trying to play it cool, sound like the man.
What's about to happen is this pipe right here is the downpipe. It's going to connect to the exhaust right here, and then it's going to be clamped on with these V-band adapters. So this is the exhaust. This V-band, like little adapter thing's going to come on. This is going to slide over top of this, and they're going to be good. I just threw up the hanger, and then we're going to lit. That part is going to go onto the hanger. So now I have officially the catback connected to the downpipe, which is right there next to the flex pipe right there. It was actually really hard to get into the little the V-band, getting the one pipe into the other. It's such a small difference in diameters to get the one pipe in the other, but I finally got it. I got a jack holding up the rest of the exhaust so it's not just hanging. The hanger is in a little weird position, but I think it'll work. But yeah, that's super awesome. This is the part I was worried about the most because I did have to weld on that separate flex pipe, and I just wanted to make sure that it was the exact same size and everything, and it is. Fits absolutely perfectly, and we're now moving on to the muffler slash last portion of the exhaust. So here we go. We're on to the home stretch, boy! Realize I have the wrong side. Nice. Oh, should I turn you off or no? I really should. Alright, I'm gonna come turn the camera off now. Or should I just flip you two over here? Sway bar! Ah!
Nice, bro.
This side's freaking awesome. It's perfect. There's this side that is completely off, and I know the reason why, but I'm not gonna fix it now. I'm actually pretty nervous to start this thing right now. This might be super loud. I have a feeling it's not going to be, because when we started the other day, it wasn't that loud. But now we have a catless downpipe, so I guess we'll see. I'm gonna let my neighbor go back inside before I start this, because this might be stupid loud, but nervous. I decided to fix the tips. They're not absolutely perfect, but they're definitely super close. Getting them absolutely perfect, all I'd have to do is switch up something right there. Take this off and just actually move the tip around. So that's not a big deal. My dad can do that later, but I fixed it from underneath. So everything else, time to turn on officially. Moment of truth. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, here we go. Ah! Oh my God! Yes! That cold start though! Whew. Oh my God! Oh my God! Cold start's over. It's definitely chilled out. I guess let's rev this bad boy. Hear it. Dude, okay, I get to hear it for the first time out of the car. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Dude, it's throaty, it's nice, it sounds super good. It almost sounds like a Subaru, to be honest. Doesn't sound like a V8, but it's not a V8, and I actually like it. All right, heard it in neutral. Now let's go drive this bad boy. We just did a quick little warm-up lap. I've never floored it yet. I'm about to flip this thing around. We're still on the stage 1 map just because I want to feel the difference, but I really even haven't floored it yet, so let's go up here. Dude, it is loud.
It's so loud.
The turbo noises out of this thing is crazy now. Since it's so open, it sounds a little bit like Dust. It's not anywhere near as loud as Dustin's car, but like the little whistle you get. That was quick. Let's get a little quicker.
Ready.
My impressions are, it's really loud. It almost vibrates a lot. It sounds like it's vibrating right at the turbo, but it is loud and you can hear the turbo a lot more now. But like, geez, yeah, you drop a gear and it sounds like like a blow-off valve when you drop a gear in like low RPMs or high RPMs. It's pretty crazy. If you guys want me to make a video on like the different tones of exhaust from cold start to when it's warm idle, or 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000, or when it's driving or anything like that, like drive-bys, you want to hear the exhaust notes of this car, let me know, throw a comment down below. And if you want to hear one of the Miata or the Speed 3 as well, let me know and I can make those videos. I realize I've never really made a video like that, so not many people know how this car actually sounds, but I can definitely do that if you guys want it. So if you guys like the video, it helps me out a lot. Please like the video, it gets the video around town, everyone gets to see it, yeah? Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.